Hi, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Welcome to the South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Saturday, May the 24th. There were 5 games involving the state teams played on Saturday. Let's take a look at what happened. Up in Durham at the ACC tournament, Jacob Jarrell's third-inning grand slam turned a 3-1 deficit into a 5-3 lead, and Clemson held on to beat Georgia Tech by a score of 9-4 in the semifinals of the ACC tournament. The Tigers will advance to a noon game Sunday against North Carolina, which beat Florida State in the other semifinal. That final score was 7-5. For the Tigers, Andrew Schufel doubled twice and scored twice. Joe Allen and Jacob McGovern combined for 5 1/3 innings of shutout relief for the Tigers, who are now 44-15. In fact, McGovern had a 4-inning outing, shutout, 1 hit allowed. He struck out 3. In his last 10 outings, McGovern has given up one earned run over a 19 1/3 inning span. So the Tigers are playing well right now as they head into the championship. Of course, they'll get a bid as an at-large whether they win or not. But winning the championship, depending on what else happens, they might sneak back into a top 8 national seed. We'll just have to see what happens after tomorrow. In the Big South tournament, USC Upstate goes to the NCAA Division I tournament for the first time ever. The Spartans got their bats out again. They slugged Charleston Southern by a score of 14-2. Scott Campbell was 5 for 5 and drove in 4 runs against Charleston Southern, which is the school he transferred from after last season. USC Upstate, is 36-23 now. They've won 6 straight games. Charleston Southern fell to 31-22. Chris Torres allowed a run on 3 hits over 6 innings for Upstate. Campbell, Preston Lucas, Alex Ritzer, and Vance Sheehan all homered for the Spartans. And Lou Rice, who drove in 8 runs yesterday, had 3 hits for Charleston Southern. In the Coastal Athletic Association tournament, tough finish for College of Charleston. The Cougars fell to UNC Wilmington 6-5. They had a 4-1 lead, actually a 5-run lead, 5-1. And UNC Wilmington came back, rallied, went to the bottom of the 9th. UNC Wilmington was the home team. The Cougars had a 5-4 lead. First batter got on with a single, went to third on a double. Charleston folks thought that it was a foul ball. They did not review it. It was tough to say whether the ball went over the first base line, over the first base bag, fair or foul. But they did not review it. Coach Chad Holbrooks was kind of disappointed about that. Next batter grounded out to tie the game. The Cougars walked the next 2 batters to try to set up the double play to get out of the game. And unfortunately, the first pitch to Aiden Evans hit him, and the Seahawks won the game 6-5, ended College of Charleston's season. It's a great season, though, at 37-22. UNC Wilmington went on to play Northeastern later on Saturday and lost to the Huskies 9-6, and that gave Northeastern the CAA championship tournament. They also won the regular season and the tournament as it goes on here. In the SoCon tournament, lots of action going on there. In the first game of the day, East Tennessee State beat Samford 14-8 to advance into Sunday's championship round. Then the Citadel played Mercer for a chance to an elimination game. Mercer scored 3 runs in the first and then held on to beat the Bulldogs by a score of 4-2. That eliminated the Citadel, but it's a fine first season under Coach Russell Triplett. They were 31-26. Ty Dally had a 2-run homer for Mercer in that first inning. Thomas Rollauer and Lane Tillman had RBIs for the Citadel. Yates Bland had a very commendable 7-inning relief performance. He allowed 6 hits and 1 run over 7 innings. He really did well. Rollauer, Phillips Daniels, Travis Elliott, Anthony Hauser, and Arian Patel all had 2 hits apiece for the Bulldog. In the final game of the day in the SoCon tournament, Samford and Mercer are still playing now. The winner goes on to play East Tennessee State for the conference championship on Sunday. Been a lot of wild goings on in this game. Samford had a player to hit a home run, and he skipped around the bases, and he appeared to be taunting the Mercer players. One of the Mercer players came up to respond to him, and there was quite a delay. Both the base runner who hit the home run and the Mercer shortstop were ejected. A couple of assistant coaches were ejected. Then in the next inning, a Samford player was tagged out at third base. Seemed to be kind of a push, if you will, an extra push from the Mercer third baseman. So that Mercer player got ejected. They're still playing right now. I think if there's one more incident, it could be something very ugly to happen. Let's hope it doesn't. But anyway, they're still playing. The winner goes on to play East Tennessee State on Sunday. In the Sun Belt Conference, Blake Barthol hit a 2-run first-inning homer, and the Chanticleers never trailed, winning over Marshall 6-1. That sends Coastal Carolina into the championship round on Sunday against Southern Mississippi. Coastal is now 57-11. They've won 17 straight games. Southern Miss has won 18 straight games. Should be a dandy game down in Montgomery. Jacob Morrison pitched for the Chanticleers. He's now 11-0, had a great performance. And Wells Sykes was 2 for 3 with 2 RBI for the Chanticleers. In the ACC, I mentioned that North Carolina beat Florida State. In the SEC, Vanderbilt shut out Tennessee 10-0 in 7 innings, and Ole Miss beat LSU 2-0 in a shutout. Vandy and Ole Miss will play for the championship tomorrow. In the National Junior College Athletic Association Division I World Series at Grand Junction, Colorado, Florida Darlington Tech does not play until Sunday. They play Shelton State of Alabama. In games played on Saturday, McLennan beat Johnson County 14-7. Walter State edged Eastern Oklahoma. Walter State's the top seed. They're from Morristown, Tennessee. Walter State won 11-10. Lakeland and Blinn are playing right now, and we've got Florida Southwestern and Salt Lake City playing later on. How about the schedule for Sunday? We have Clemson playing North Carolina at noon. It's on ESPN2. Vanderbilt will be playing Ole Miss at 3 o'clock on ESPN2 for the SEC Championship. Of course, Clemson UNC's for the ACC. In the Southern Conference Tournament, East Tennessee State will play the Mercer-Sanford winner at noon. If the Mercer-Sanford winner should beat East Tennessee State, they'll play another game 40 minutes later at Ford Field. In the Sun Belt Conference Championship, they're playing at Riverwalk Stadium in Montgomery. Southern Miss will play Coastal Carolina at 2 o'clock. In the Junior College World Series out in Colorado, as I mentioned, Florida Darlington Tech will play Shelton State at noon. That game will be on ESPN Plus, by the way. Well, that's it for the South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Saturday, May the 24th, and as well as giving you the schedule for Sunday, May the 25th. This is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com saying thanks for watching or listening. You can always get updates on X at the handle Palmetto Base, and follow stuff at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. I hope that you'll consider going to church somewhere tomorrow. Remember, Jesus loves you. Good night.